Hello and welcome to Scamp Build UK. Join me as I build an 11-foot, 11-inch micro cruising dinghy as designed by John Welsford. And it's December, middle of December to be precise, and you'll notice that I'm wearing my Christmas jumper. Well, why not? This week we are going to be covering the centerboard with a sheath of fiberglass. Centerboard is now finished and I'm very happy with the way that it's turned out. If you look along the edge, we've got even sides on the trailing edge. The leading edge is nice and rounded. There's no visible defects anywhere, and I think it's pretty much ready for its final sheathing in fiberglass. There are just two small problems. Firstly, and some of you may have noticed this before, but there is an ever so slight failure of the glue where we joined the 6mm bit to the 12mm bit earlier, and if I turn it over again, people may have noticed this in a previous video, but if you look down here, there is a void. The plywood is generally pretty good, but I have noticed that this particular bit has that void in there, but I have a plan for that. So I've gone and ordered some syringes, and no, it's not because I've suddenly developed a drug habit. What I thought I could do is fill the syringe with epoxy and then squirt some epoxy into the areas where we have some failures. Hopefully that should take care of the problems. So let's get mixing. So here I'm using the fast hardener because I'm really not that bothered about having that much working time. All I want to do is get this sucked up into the syringe and then squished into the areas where I want it. Also, so those little repairs that we did the other day have all set up and everything seems to be good. Also, we're trying something out here that a good friend of mine has bought me, a lavalier microphone, so we're going to see whether that makes any improvement to the sound. that's done. The glass is mostly gone off on this side, although it's still just a little bit tacky, but a little bit green, but that's okay. That's all lovely. And now I just need to trim off the excess, flip over, and rinse and repeat. My attempts to stick the fiberglass onto the edge were mostly unsuccessful. I say sort of maybe 50-50. It stuck very well in the middle here, around the edges. It formed nicely but didn't actually adhere, so I wasn't actually expecting it to. It was just an experiment to see what happens. So what I've done is I've cut it all off, so everything's flush, sanded it back, and now we're ready to rinse and repeat on the other side. Here we can see the finished product with the edges cut off. You'll notice a good layer of epoxy on the edges, ready to take the edging band of fiberglass. And it's all been pretty good, I think. It's I'm very pleased with the way that has turned out. So it's been a great week here at Scamp Build UK, where we've got the centreboard practically finished, just a few little steps to completion now. Next week we're going to be just finishing off that last few steps of the centre build, and then we're going to be getting on to cutting out some of the frames that we need in order to actually build the hull of the Scamp, which is exciting work. And I'd also like to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed, because that's what I'm after. I want subscribers just to see if we can build the channel up. So if you're along board for the ride, thanks so much. See you next week.